Cheryl told me you're still trying to dig something up into labor.
No, I'm not. I'm taking your advice. I'm trying to, anyway.
Is it working?
No. Oh, well, I don't know. Duke came over to the apartment last night, and, well, he just happened to say something that reminded me of Robert, and I nearly bit his head off.
Have you spoken to him since?
No, I don't know what to say.
Then why mention it?
Well, you know, I mean, if I don't mention it, then he'll prove his point.
Anna, I'm not following you.
You see, Duke is convinced that I'm scared to death about the effect that he thinks that he has on me, and
Yeah.
Well, if I don't stop overreacting, then it'll just confirm.
You really do have a problem,
Stop it.
don't you?
I don't know how to sort it out, though.
May I make a suggestion?
Yes, please.
All right, I want you to forget this office, forget that computer, forget anything that smacks of business, and I shall take you to London.
Where are we going to go?
Oh, I don't know. Let's check out the waterfront. We'll see.
All right, all right.
Good.
Here,
Shall we?
yes, take my pencil, and I swear I won't do any writing at all, not even on the serviette.
Oh, wonderful.
I'd appreciate you gentlemen remembering me on election day.
Yeah, you got our votes, Duke.
Thank you. You can tell your friends I don't believe they'll get a fair shake down here.
Ain't that the truth? And the union's not doing squat about it
So
either.
I'll do something about it. You elect me president, and I'll make sure your grievances are heard and also dealt
Come on,
with.
guys, we don't want another boss running our union. We want one of our own. A guy that knows what it's like to make a living down here.
You tell it, JL.
You're not going to forget about us once you get in office, are you?
Forget about you. Let me tell you something. I'm going to dedicate myself to making sure you guys get everything you deserve. You make me president, and you guys will never be pushed around by the bosses again. Hey, Lavery, if you're so interested in representing us, why don't you show us you know something about the job, huh?
Fair enough. We move over.
I'm not talking about working just a light sweat, pal.
I can match any job you can do.
Sounds to me like we got the makings of a contest. What are the rules? You see these crates back here? The man who gets the most crates off the ledgers and onto the pallets by noon wins. I'll keep the time and be the referee. Agreed?
Agreed. Let's do it.
There's nothing like that cushy job you hold down, Lavery.
Oh, I'm familiar with dock work, Jimmy Lee, and I intend to prove it to you.
Well, let's find out. Just happen to have an extra set of gloves, pal.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Call in the ambulance. This guy ain't gonna last 10 minutes.
Kessler's due in less than an hour. Stan's got the shakes. Now, if he can't hack it, he's going to mess up the whole shipment.
What's Stan so nervous about?
Well, come on, let's move some crates, gents. Come on, let's get the show on the road. All right. Let's take a 5-minute break.
Just getting warmed up. Of course, you could probably use the rest, huh?
You trying to psych me up?
I don't need to. I don't need the edge. Lifting crates or winning elections.
Yeah, I'll say this much for you, Jimmy Lee. You certainly talk a good fight.
Thanks. Yeah?
He doesn't know if he can go through with it.
He doesn't have a choice.
Tell me about it. Stan's Tessa's contact. Without him, the money won't get to me.
Well, what's he worried about?
Frisco Jones.
That rookie cop?
He's got Stan spooked. I don't even know how we got to him. Now, Jones can wreck a whole deal.
So we'll have to keep Frisco out of the way, won't we?
Look, I can't mess with him. Jones has been on my tail since I worked over that rookie gambler.
Maybe it's time to bring in another player, then. Somebody whose name isn't on Frisco's scorecard.
Who did you have in mind?
Who else? Tuffy. Have Tuffy keep an eye on Frisco Jones.
You got it. We got a problem.
Figured it wasn't a social call.
That cop that was in here with Ramsey, his name is Frisco Jones.
Heard of him?
He's been leaning on Stan. Duke wants you to keep an eye on him.
Piece of cake. What time's that shipment doing?
Noon. First pass around 12:30.
It's almost showtime. Let's roll.
Coming down to the wire, gents. Come on, let's go. Put your backs into it. Yes, sir.
this reminds me of old times when I worked the docks in Liverpool. I believe him.
This man knows how to handle crates, all right.
Looks like our boy's got his work cut out for him.
What, the crates or the collection?
Crank it up, Jimmy Lee's getting ahead of you.
I can see that. I can see it, Bob.
Do something about it, man. We can't afford to lose anything to Duke Lavery. I'm doing the best I can.
Hello, Billy. How's business?
So good, I'm willing to give a couple of cops free peanuts.
Uh-oh. You wouldn't be trying to bribe an officer of the law, would you, Bill?
Oh, you know me better than that.
Okay, in that case, I'll take a handful. Oh, no, just one for me. There, that's fine. There you go. There you go. Thanks, Billy. Hey, Frisco. You get a load of this, huh? You think Jimmy Lee would have the edge? Strong as he is, but Lavery is really hanging in there.
Yeah, well, there are other things going on around here besides those two lifting crates. Remember I told you about that drunk that Jimmy Lee and I each had separate run-ins with?
Yeah.
Well, we ran into him again last week.
So?
Neither one of us has seen him.
What's so significant about that?
I'd like you to run a make.
Okay, Frisco, just for you. What's his name?
I don't know.
How do you expect me to run a check and get some information on a guy that you know nothing about? Sounds to me like you're spinning your wheels, Frisco.
Well, I talked to Duke. He's watching the rookie.
I almost got collared last time I ran into him.
Relax. It won't happen again. Tuffy will tell you when to make the first move. Okay? Tessie should be coming in soon.
1 minute till noon, 60 seconds. Let's go pile it on.
Oh, Sean, Alex.
Hey, it looks like the two presidential candidates are going at it toe-to-toe, huh?
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the winner is Duke Lavery.
I didn't think you had an in you, pal.
Neither did I. Good show, Jimmy.
Good show.
Well,
Mr. Vane.
are you taking on a second job?
Oh, this is just for the morning.
Congratulations. You win again. Do you ever lose?
Oh, not at things I care about now.
Joe, excuse me?
Yeah. Well, I'll let you get back to your campaigning.
I think I got a few more votes this morning.
I think you did too. Listen, I wanted to apologize for last night.
An apology from the chief police herself. Well, Anna Devane is about to apologize.
No, I was wrong.
I'll only accept her apology over lunch.
Oh, dear. Do you think you're dressed for it?
Oh, I can shower and change. What'd you say?
All right.
Okay.
Sean?
Yeah. Yeah, have fun.
Okay.
I hated to take this garter off, you know. I've kept this on day and night since the wedding.
Oh. I'm impressed.
Thank you. My club's downstairs, you know. I just have them send something up. Please.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
So what are we having?
I thought you'd never ask. Steak and potatoes. It's a real working man's lunch. You don't mind, do you?
Not at all.
I'm sorry if I upset you when I called Robin love last night.
Yeah, I'm truly sorry that I snapped at you. Really.
I guess I hit a nerve.
Someone I care about used to use that expression a lot.
Robin's father, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to replace him, Anna.
I know that. I was just being, I don't know, I was just being foolish and oversensitive.
I would never presume to replace anyone in Robin's life or in yours, for that matter. I don't want to be a substitute father. And I certainly don't want to be a substitute lover. I mean, the only thing that I desire is just to be wanted for myself. How about you, Anna? What is it you want?
I think perhaps we should eat this dinner before it gets cold. So, tell me more about your life as a dock worker.
Good afternoon, boys.
Oh, hi, Tessie. Hey, what's with the cooler? Don't you like the food down here on the waterfront?
Well, it ain't the food, Chief, it's the drink.
Oh?
You see, a lady like myself gets to appreciate her liquid refreshment. You can't go wrong carrying your own.
Tessie is something.
I'd do that too if I were you, Jimmy Lee. Letting a nightclub owner beat you at your own game. You know, I always heard that you were probably one of the best dock workers down around here. I'd like you to keep on your toes this afternoon. Have some valuable cargo that needs unloading. Wouldn't want you to miss anything. Have some nuts, protein, good for your strength.
Here you go, Stan. Take it and split. What are you waiting for? They're expecting you to make the next drop.
Damn.
What's the problem?
I can't budge. That rookie cop, he's out there. He'll grab me the first minute I show my face.
You mean Frisco? Oh, we're like that. He won't bother me. Just tell me who your contact is, and I'll be glad to make the delivery.
I can't tell you or anyone else that. I have to make the transfer myself.
Then do it, son.
Not till the coast is clear. We'll wait.
Yeah.
You ready to roll, Bert?
No, you go ahead, Frisco. I'll catch up to you. All right.
Yeah, basically, bro, what I told Anna was that she's got to lighten up. And until she has concrete evidence against Duke, I don't think she should be treating him like a criminal.
Well, Sean, she's a grown woman. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah, but I think she'd be a heck of a lot happier if she could learn to separate her professional life from her private one.
Well, most cops have that same problem.
That was your shipment that wasn't the drink, Sean.
Yeah,
I noticed.
That damn fool cost you a bundle.
And not to mention Billy's cart. At least you can afford the loss. Billy's ruined.
Yeah, not for blood,
All
too.
right, now just calm down, Billy. Calm down.
Calm down! That rookie took my business and took it out completely out of it.
I don't know what Frisco was doing, but I intend to find out.
What about my peanut cart? Oh, the police department hasn't heard the end of this.
Billy.
Who do I see about filing a complaint against that partner of yours?
I lost him.
Oh, I hope you have a good explanation for this.
That's the guy I was looking for, the one I told you about, Bert.
What guy?
He was carrying a container. Didn't you see him?
No, the only thing I saw was you causing a disaster on the dock.
Bert, you don't understand.
No, you don't understand. Sean's cargo and Billy's peanut wagon are at the bottom of the harbor.
Listen, I'm sorry about
What do you
that.
mean running off half-cocked, chasing some guy who probably doesn't exist? And if he does exist, he wasn't doing anything
I told
wrong.
you I have been looking for that guy. He was carrying a container. He put it in the trash can over here. I'm sure I saw it.
Come on,
It's right
Frisco.
here, look.
You better come up with something.
He was trying to hide from it. I don't understand it.
You wrecked the dock for a six-pack of Tessie's beer.
Are you sure you don't want another ale?
No, thank you, I'm fine. I just want to hear the rest of your story.
Well, my mother, she took in laundry to help make ends meet. My father, well, he held down 2 jobs to try and keep food on the table, but it wasn't very successful. Did you know it was a really special treat in those days?
Oh, I don't know, ice cream.
No, not ice cream. Crisps. Potato crisps. Whenever they could afford to buy as a small bag, well, there were so many of us that they'd ration them out. And when I was a kid in school with raggedy clothes, and I couldn't wait for lunchtime so that I could eat my 3 crisps.
Oh. There's nothing funny about poverty, is there?
No, there isn't.
Now I see why you're determined to help Tom Green.
Well, I mean, I know what it's like on the docks. I've come a long way from being a poor kid, rationing potato crisps.
You've dedicated yourself to sharing your wealth, I suppose.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to give money away the way you and other people think. I mean, it's not like that. I know how hard it is on the dogs, that's all. Come in.
Oh, sorry I interrupted you, Duke.
What's the matter?
Well, I thought Chief Devane would like to know what happened on the docks.
What?
Well, that rookie Frisco Jones, he got into a little problem.
Is you all right?
Oh, he's a little embarrassed, but he's fine.
What did he do?
Well, he destroyed half the dock. He dumped Donnelly's cargo and Billy's cart right into the water.
You're joking.
I think the kid got a little over-anxious walking his beat.
I'd better get over there straight away. I hate to eat and run, but this sounds disastrous.
That's the word for it.
Thanks for the company.
I enjoyed it.
Hope you straighten out the trouble on the docks.
Yes, starting with Frisco Jones.
What happened down there?
Relax. Our laundry came in right on time.
Frisco spotted Sam again?
Yeah, but he didn't get near him. He ran into Tessie's foot that set off a chain reaction you wouldn't believe.
You can always count on Tessie, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So the transfer went on as planned?
More or less, if you don't count the excitement.
Okay. Good show. Looks like our plan's working, huh?
They'd work better if Frisco walked a regular beat.
What do you figure, Pete?
Well, it's hard to say right now, but you definitely lost big. Of all the shipments to be dumped in the harbor, man, that was a valuable one.
Cargo, I know. And now it's history.
What are you gonna do?
Sorry about your bad luck, man.
I'd have as sorry as I am.
The guy you've been chasing?
Yeah. I didn't get him this time either.
I'll tell you something, that guy's got to be breaking the law if he runs every time he sees you.
Yeah, well, you're the only one that buys my story. Nobody else saw him. So I look like an idiot chasing ghosts again.
Now you gotta take care of this mess.
All right, guys. Hey, let's get started on the cleanup. We'll have to check those other crates to see if there's any more damage. All right? I should be able to give you a fairly accurate estimate in a little bit.
What is going on, Peter?
Chief, that rookie dumped my peanut cart.
And he dumped thousands of dollars worth of cargo of Mr. Donnelly's into the harbor.
I'm filing a complaint.
The cops running amok in the docks.
Destroying the livelihood of innocent citizens.
Well, we're lucky he didn't pull his pistol
all right,
out.
just hold on, please. Settle down and I'll get to the bottom.
Start by arresting him.
Please, we'll discuss this in my office. Anyone that wants to file a complaint, please go with Mr. Ramsey.
Come on. Now listen. Here we go.
Listen, I can explain.
I'm sure you can. You'll get your chance.
I saw the guy. I've been
Please
looking.
just save it for headquarters. I don't want to miss one single detail of what might prove to be a rather interesting story. Come on.
Let's go, Ness.
You gotta realize he shut down my business. I can't sell a peanut until my cart gets fixed.
Yes, you've made that quite clear.
Yeah, I don't know who'll sue first, the rookie or the police department. Maybe I'll sue the entire city.
I'm sure we will be able to settle out of court quite comfortably. What is your estimation of the damages, do you think?
Well, who can tell yet? You gotta take into consideration my mental suffering. That ought to be worth a few grand, too.
Okay, here are the complaints hot off the typewriter. Sean decided not to ask for damages, Alec.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, I thought you were in enough trouble as it is.
At least there's somebody in here who supports me.
If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here.
How about it, Billy? You don't want to lodge a formal complaint against Frisco, do you?
After all, it was an accident. And I will personally see to it that Frisco Jones pays for all damage to your cart.
How about all the business I lose while it's being fixed?
We'll work something out, Billy. Come on now, give the kid a break. He was only trying to do his job. Drop the complaint. Come on.
Please?
Billy?
Okay, I'll back off.
Thank you.
We
Thank you
appreciate
very much. I really appreciate your thoughtfulness.
These things do happen.
Never again.
Well, if the formalities are over with, I'd better get back. I still have to find out what this little fiasco this afternoon is going to cost me.
Guess I'll hit it too and see about repairing my car.
Well, we'll help you all we can, Billy. Thanks again, Sean.
Yeah, that's what peanut, Billy.
Frisco, how could you be so irresponsible? Not only did you make yourself look like a complete idiot, but this entire department, you've made it look like a joke. Are you quite satisfied?
No, I'm angry as hell because the guy got away.
That's all that bothers you?
Fine.
You're not upset by what you did to Billy and Sean?
Of course I am. But I was trying to apprehend a suspect. We all know what that
You
means.
don't understand how much damage this can do to your career.
You think I did it on purpose?
No, I don't. You obviously didn't think about it at all.
Frisco, don't invent crimes. There are enough real criminals out there without your going out trying to make up some more of them.
Make them up. That's what I don't believe. This guy's real. He's flesh and blood. He's up to something, and I know it.
All right, Frisco, I'm speaking to you as a friend now, not as a superior officer. I know that this must be very, very frustrating for you. It must be so difficult to go right back to square one in the police department after all your successes with Sean and Robert. I understand that.
Well, it's not easy, but I can handle it.
Or maybe you don't have to.
What do you mean?
Perhaps you would be happier in the WSB.
No.
Why not, Frisco? It might be more suited to your style.
I didn't go through all of that hard work in the police academy to join the WSB. I can survive Captain Lewis. I can get through anything.
Frisco, Anna has a good point about the WSB. Because
I can't
if you...
quit being a cop, Bert. I have to finish what I started. I'm a married man. I live in Port Charles. This is now my home. I'm not going to go gallivanting all over the world for the WSB. My roots are here. I want to make my mark here.
All right, whatever you want.
Now, I'll take whatever you have coming. I know that I'm due some sort of punishment or whatever, and I'll take your worst. But remember something. You've always taught me about instincts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't mind telling me something. So, if I just happen to crack a major case, just please do me the justice of promoting me.
Well, Small. No harm done.
This time,
I think it's time Stan took a little vacation.
Duke wants him around.
So you can blow our whole deal.
Duke's as concerned about Stan as you are. We need him for the operation.
Be replaced.
Wait a minute. What's the point? The rookie will only go after the replacement. We should be going after Jones, not Stan.
All right, I'm listening.
Duke has to stay out of it completely. Now, I've already had one run-in with Jones.
So that leaves me.
He's all yours.
I draw the line at busting cops' heads. That kind of thing comes back to haunt you.
No one's asking you to lay a hand on Jones. Duke thought maybe you'd find a way to put him in our pocket.
I wonder if the kid would be interested in sitting in on a few hands of poker under me. Hey, if I can con him into that, he won't give us any trouble anymore.
You got it.
Hey, I got him just in the nick of time. If I hadn't avoided these complaints when I did, they might have reached the mayor.
Oh, my goodness. Morgan sees these. He's going to have my head as well as Frisco's.
Yeah, well, he still may see him. You know, Frisco certainly didn't pick the most private spot to put on his performance.
I don't know what's gone into him recently. I don't know. I mean, it must be the excitement of the new job or something.
No, Anna. There's more to it than that.
Oh, you know something I don't?
Frisco is a young man with a mission.
I'm going to be very sorry I've asked this, but what is his mission?
Frisco wants to get to the top as quickly as possible.
Well, that seems harmless enough.
Well, he wants to crack a major crime ring.
Oh, anyone in particular?
That doesn't matter according to his master plan.
Oh, there's more.
Yes, he wants to beat the time with that lapse between the civil service exams.
Wait. So you're telling me that he's done all of this so he can get promoted faster?
He figures if he cracks a big case, we have to promote him to detective, and he goes undercover, which is what he has always wanted.
I might have known.
Oh, yes, well, he has a timetable. I tell you, that little fiasco this afternoon probably threw his schedule off a little bit.
Right. Super cop.
Sound familiar?
Yes, I rather think I had a very serious case of it myself. Well, I suppose all we can do is let him get it out of his system.
Well, maybe that little dive in the docks this afternoon will make him stop and think twice before leaping before looking.
I'm sure it'll just make him all the more determined to crack this case.
If there is a case.
Maybe we ought to give Frisco the benefit of the doubt. You know, what if he is onto something?
Funny you should say that. I was wondering that myself.
If he has stumbled onto an illegal operation on the waterfront, then he could be in grave danger.
Well, if he isn't careful.
Frisco, careful. Right, yeah.
Oh, okay. I know what you're saying. I better get back to the waterfront.
And fast, because he seems to be a magnet for trouble right now.
Well, every good cop has a nose for trouble.
I'm counting on you to make sure that he doesn't get bent out of shape.
Anna, don't worry. I will make sure that Frisco's enthusiasm does not get him hurt.
Hey, I heard that's some show you put on today.
My job isn't to make friends.
If one or two developed along the way, wouldn't complain about it, though, would you? Might make your job a lot easier.
I can live without help of the locals.
An in here and there wouldn't hurt.
You offering one?
How about some advice?
Sure.
You got a reputation, son. I mean, people down here know all about Frisco Jones. It's like the fastest gun in the West, riding into town. Folks down here, they watch your every move.
You're saying I might have some trouble blending in?
Oh, yeah. You don't back off a bit.
Well, backing off isn't my style.
Styles can be changed. I mean, if it's not fitting the circumstances, not much good, right?
So what are you suggesting?
You want to develop some friends down here, right? I mean, score a few tips now and again, get to where the action is while it's still going on. So relax. Get to know some of the local honchos around here. On their terms, not yours. People like playing ball with the authorities. They're just not thrilled about breaking the backs to do it, that's all.
Well, you can tell everybody I'm not going to bust them if they're clean.
Nobody's out here to get you either. I mean, one hand washes the other, you know what I mean?
Why don't you spell it out for me?
You got no enemies down here. Stop acting like you do. You get to treat the dock folks with a little respect. I mean, show a little interest in what they're up to. Get involved. Be worthwhile.
Thanks for the advice. I'll give it some thought.
You do that, officer. And welcome to the waterfront.
Frisco, there you are. Where have you been?
I'm walking my beat. Why?
Well, Anna was worried about you.
After what I just went through, she's worried about me?
Well, she only did that because she cares about you.
Yeah, she cares about me. Everybody's trying to help good old Frisco today. Some dock worker just came up to me and told me that if I help the dock workers out down here and lay back a little bit, that'll be easier on my job.
Well, that makes sense. You might develop some reliable sources, and then you wouldn't go chasing after imaginary criminals.
If you don't mind, I've heard enough about that today, all right?
Oh, come on. Don't you think you had it coming?
The only thing I have coming is an apology from you and Anna.
Frisco, I think maybe it's time for Plan B.
I think Plan A is going to turn into a big success very shortly.
Well, it was certainly a smashing success the way it smashed up the dock this afternoon.
Well, enjoy a good laugh, okay? Because when you and Anna promoted me to undercover detective, we're going to look back on this and we'll all laugh.
I'm laughing now.
When I bust this big crime ring, Bert, the smile's going to be off your face. It's going to be off Anna's, too.
Yeah?
Anyone care for some leftover lunch?
Oh, he came all this way just to give me a doggy bath.
Well, I figured you might be hungry, and I also wanted to find out what happened with Frisco.
Oh, he lucked out, actually. No formal complaints were filed.
Good.
For Frisco.
I mean, and for you, of course. I know how much you care about him.
It's very difficult to be angry with him. Apart from his family, this is the most important thing in his world, his job. I really admire his dedication.
He's young. He'll learn the ropes.
Yes, he will. He'll be a very fine cop one day.
Thanks to you, I imagine.
Well, you know, I really wish he'd just settle down. He's so over-anxious. One of the most impatient people I know.
Well, patience is overrated.
Well, but you know.
Well, it's never been my long suit, that's for sure. I always think that if you have to wait for something, then it really is not worth waiting for in the first place.
It depends what you want and how much you want it.
Frisco's not the only one that's growing desperate, Anna.
You have something in common with Frisco.
Yeah, we're both hungry. Frisco for a career, and
What are you hungry for?
I'm starved for affection.
A man like you shouldn't have any trouble finding that.
Would you care to help me look?